Welcome to the Roadtrip podcast. Friend, it may be a smooth or bumpy road, but here's a catch. Everything happens for a reason. Welcome to the Roadtrip podcast. I'm your host here, Hannah Grace A. Alfonso, and this is the first episode and it's entitled Purpose. And as what I said during the introduction of this podcast, why I called it or I make it as the Road Trip podcast, because everything happens for a reason. I mean, we may encounter different bumpy roads, smooth roads along the way. Well, friends, here it is. Everything happens for a reason. And for this first episode, we will be discussing about purpose. And why purpose? Here it will be. Actually, I don't have any good flow right now. I will just be discussing everything that I need to share in this first episode. And I will just be me. Okay? And that's it. Why purpose? Actually, there's a lot of things that happened in my life during 2023. And you know that 2023 is a very long journey for me. It's a 365 days, but I think it's times 2 for me. Definitely. And you know what? The Lord put me in 2023 like, you know that, honey, 2023, I will give you everything. I will give you this. This will be your comfort zone. But eventually, the Lord pulled me out in that comfort zone. One by one, I'm just realizing everything this 2024. The Lord is taking away from me, little by little, the things that I truly treasured in my 2023. And it's too painful. Yeah. Everything is too painful for me. Especially that by 2024, there's a lot of things that happened. Especially during the first week of January 2024. And up until this very moment, today is actually January 2023, 2024, January 23, 2024, if I mention it incorrectly. Actually, yesterday, I had a foot operation. It's my very first operation. And, you know that, during the morning, actually, I received actually a blessing from God. That's the whole storyline. And I cannot mention it yet, but I will share it to you guys when everything is already good. Okay. And number 2 is yeah, there's bad news. Well, I'll share it. I did not qualify the N5 level JLPT exam, Japanese language proficiency test. But here it is. I'll still continue learning Japanese. It's a good tool that you're learning another language. And currently I'm in a Japanese company, and it works for me to have another language that I can use to speak to my Japanese bosses. And it's so also fulfilling whenever I'm going to read something, Japanese character, then I'll be reading it and understand what it is. Anyway, that's the story. And number 3 is that yesterday, I received my first operation. Okay. And when I went there in the operating room, actually, it's so very fast. Like, 2 p.m. is the operation, but I arrived 2:30, I think, in the hospital. I should be there 1 hour before the operation, but yeah, don't do it, guys. Actually, that morning, I had a lot of things to do, errands to do, before I need to go in the operating room. But anyway, things happened so quickly that day, and I couldn't express what should be my emotions during that time. Should I be afraid? Should I be happy? Mixed emotions, actually. But I need to be positive. I already prepared myself for it since last December 2023. But I just received the operation just yesterday, and it's so painful. The anesthesia is too painful. I received only one anesthesia, but 2 syringes. Yeah, I think. I didn't even see it. Basta, 2 turok ang ginawa sa akin. And, that's so painful. And, I just had the courage to see the stitching of the doctor in my foot. And, that's the whole feeling. I'm so hurting during that time, like asking God during the operation, Lord, why is this happening to me? Actually, I'm so blessed because the doctor is also a runner like me. And you know that's the third point. I received my operation yesterday. It's a good thing the tissue which created a lot of pain to me was already removed, and now today's day 1 of the healing process of that wound, and the stitch needs to be removed after 2 weeks, the doctor told me, and another set of recovery. Then I asked the doctor, knowing that he is also a runner, Doc, how long should this be? Like, can I run immediately? The doctor told me, like, it may take some time. I'm very shocked, and he mentioned that it may take months. Yeah, quite sad, but I need to be happy. I need to accept the reality and go to this healing process. And the Lord is actually you know that doing a lot of things during this time to me in order for me to learn that, hey honey, you need to be strong. You need to go through this process in order for you to grow, in order for you to learn, and in order for you to share this story to a lot of people, to testify that you, my child, you are not alone in this journey. I am with you during your low points and during your high points, and that's it. You know what? During the operation, I'm just crying deeply to God, battling against my against this pain, and against this after pain. Because, you know, Lord, if I don't know you, I don't know even how should I go through this kind of process. I hope my audio is clear, because my father is doing some welding works. And anyway, that's it. I'm battling to God. Even during this time, I just want to be true to you. And there's a lot of things that happened in the past 2023. And the Lord is pulling me out in that comfort zone that I have. Even that Japanese test, I did not pass. There's a purpose, right? And the surgery, I will be able to run for some quiet time. It will be hard for me to walk because you know what? During this January, I'm having a prayer walk, a running walk every night and asking God, what is your purpose for me this 2024? And I'm just crying to God every night. And always looking the sunrise, the sunsets, appreciating the beauty of God's creation, the clear sky, the stars, the moon, and everything that I can see. And just I want to marvel in those creation that God is letting me see, because I just want to be relaxed. I just want to hear God in the midst of noise. But you know what? The Lord brings me to this verse. I want to share it to you. Elijah went in the mountain. Okay, this is in 1 Kings 19 verse 11. And he said, "Go out and stand on the mount before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind tore the mountains and broke in pieces the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, the sound of a low whisper." And after the fire, the sound of a low whisper. I reflected a lot during those times na, Lord, if I cannot hear you in other people or in this so-called circumstances that I'm experiencing, Lord, can I hear you? Hear you in the whisper? Can you just let this breeze pass by to me, this cold breeze, the wind? Just, Lord, I want to experience your presence. I want to hear you. I want to listen to you. And for the past days, the word purpose is always being talk in the service, in the Sunday services. I always hear the word purpose from a pastor, from a stranger, from the people I just knew. You know that? I'm also asking God, Lord, what is my purpose? And I'm still figuring it out during this time. And starting this podcast, I believe God has a purpose in this to testify and to share with you guys. And for you as well, guys, to share with me what are your life struggles or happiness during this time, and what are your reflections, so we may find encouragement to each other. And that's the whole purpose of this podcast as well. And talking about purpose, I want to read a Bible passage. It says in Romans 8:28. Actually, this is also the whole point of this podcast. It says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose." Again, and we know that all things work together for good, guys, to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. Guys, I want to mention all things work together for good, not just these 5 things, not just child. I want to just give you 5 things that I want you to give this time. Those are the 5 things that will work for good to you. Like this one, item number 2, item 3, 4, and 5. No, the Lord mentioned all, whether it is good, whether it is bad, all things will work together for good. That's it. And It may be small, it may be big, it may be hurting you now, it may be giving you a kind of happiness now. But, friends, all things will work together for good. Not for bad, but the Lord tells us for good. We may not know it yet, we may not have all the answers, but sooner, when we go through this kind of process, then definitely, during this time, during your breakthrough, the Lord will reveal to you His plans, His purpose to your life. You just need to take it slow, my dear, each day. Take it slow. Take it slow. Be patient. Because during those times, the Lord is leading you to the right path. It may be hurting. It may be you're happy now. It may be hurting again. Happy now, hurting, happy. All things work together. All things will work together for good. And again, to those who love Him, when we set God the center of our lives, we may have all this kind of internal processes. Lord, why? But after all those whys, you will just rest on your bed after praying and tell God, okay, Lord, I had a lot of experiences lately, but I'm resting to you my life. I'm resting to you my plans. Let your will be done according to what is good for me. Because when we have God, when we surrender everything to God, friends, then His glory will be revealed. Surrender all to Him. Again, all. And all things will work together for good. You need to surrender all, friends. And sabi ko nga, diba, the Lord bring me to this kind of comfort zone. And the Lord is pulling me out of that comfort zone. You know that I need to give this comfort zone to God in order for Him to be glorified more in my life, in this new journey that I'm taking. That's it. I hope you are learning now. I'm also learning. And again, we are all runners and run the race with faith. I too, actually, I am a runner. I might not be able to run for some quiet time. Actually, my aim is to hit the 125 kilometers for the Earth Run this first quarter, but I think I won't. And I'm actually about to join the Hoka Trilogy Run Asia this coming April, and to join the biggest marathon after that 3 series of run. But I don't have the answer now. But I'm just entrusting to God my future. And through this pain, through this healing process, there will be a scar, yeah. But we can learn from that scar. We can always improve. We can always be better version of ourselves. And it may be painful now because things are affected by this wound. But yeah, all things will work together for good. And okay, I just want to read something. Okay, before this ends. This is from Letters of Sela, from Miss Joanna, the author of this. I just saw this in an IG post and it strikes me most. Purpose, not accident. No part of your life is ever an accident. Every season, every transition, every beginning, every ending, every joy, and every sorrow, all things are written perfectly according to God's purpose for you. He doesn't make accidents. He creates mighty purposes. Again, He doesn't make accidents. He creates mighty purposes. That's it, guys. And God bless everyone. And if you want to share something, I'll be creating my DIG account for this road trip podcast. You may message me and pray for you. Let's pray for each other as well. And if you find it good, you may also share your stories in this podcast and your verse, that everyone may be encouraged. And that's it. And hopefully you can follow me through this journey. You may also share this podcast to others who is actually having this so-called life journey as well, like me, and who is also seeking for a purpose. And let's help each other. You may also help me by subscribing and following this podcast in my YouTube account and in the Spotify. And that's it, guys, and God bless you all, my friends. Bye.